What up, family? It's your boy Vince W. Matthews, and welcome to another episode of Jesus, Jokes, and Jams. Super excited about today. Y'all know it's another family affair. It's going to get real good. It's going to get real deep. It's going to get real interesting. I don't know what this guy's going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, my oldest brother, none other than Larry Matthews Jr.
What's up, people? What's up, family?
What up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Looking good, man.
I know, yeah. Trying to see what the beard thing does for me. So, you know, fat folks, we like change our appearance every now and then.
Oh, man. So, I guess what we could do is just introduce you. I already said your name, but just tell who you are. And then we just go ahead and pick through, you know, and just go from there.
Got you, man. Well, I think most importantly, like to me right now, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and I'm a brother, a big brother.
Right.
I think right now, the most recent thing I got, I'm about to be a grandfather. I mean, my daughter, she's due in April. The weird part about this is she told us her due date was April 6th. Well, when I called our mom and told her, the weird part about that, when she was pregnant with me, that was my due date, April 6th. So, and I was born March 27th. So now my daughter is bent on having that child on my birthday.
Wow,
yeah. So
wow.
I'm like, okay, that you know. So man, I'm a real simple dude. If somebody say the word fishing, I'm jumping in my car and go wherever they say go. So I work. I got a very flexible schedule, so I try to fish as much as possible, man.
Yeah. Okay. So take us back to, because I wasn't there at the beginning.
Yeah, you came along.
I came along like Pops always say, the last button on Job's coat.
Yeah.
So take us back to those early years growing up, being the only child for not long, but
not too long.
But take us back to that, and we can work our way back.
Man, to the earliest I can remember, I mean, me and Tish, our second sister, we're only 2 years apart. You know, so. Like you said, I wasn't the only child for a while, but I do remember Mom and Daddy told me I didn't share as a child. So when other kids would come over to the house and they would play with my toys, they usually left with a knot on their head because I done hit somebody with a toy. So when Tish came along and then said, and man, it just kept going. So it got to the point where it was 5 of us, and then Mama told us she was pregnant with you. We was like, okay. Cool. So we was there. Of course, Tish and Richard wanted another girl. Right. Everybody thought we were the whole Brady Bunch thing. Nah, we want a brother. We want another brother. We can't balance this out. Dad already spoiled the girls. Right. So yeah, man, when you came along, dude, we was all happy. You know. Yeah. It was for everybody that don't know, Vince and I are 12 years apart. 12. So think about this: the year I graduated high school was the year Vince was born. Think about that. So you would think, your guys not that close. Actually, we were. Vince, when I graduated high school, I went to the Marine Corps. So Mama would get mad at me all the time because I sent Vince gift boxes full of stuff. Yeah. Remember the little black jackets with all the patches?
I remember that, boy.
And I think Vince was the only 6-year-old that had a TV because I shipped him a TV.
Yep, I remember that. Listen, I'm talking about swagged out before the word swag was in.
Yes, indeed, man. Anything Vince wanted, I sent it. Mama said Vince wanted this. Everybody, the Bruce Leroy, the outfit with it, Vince had that, y'all. The all black with Vince was Bruce Leroy.
You couldn't tell me I wasn't Bruce Leroy. And couldn't couldn't put a hold on paper bag. But I had the look.
You had that look, so you like, I ain't gonna mess with that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay up there.
So, and I didn't smile like I do now. So I was just like,
Vince did not smile as a kid.
I didn't smile. Man. I didn't. I was evil.
For you guys that don't know, Vince has some fingers. He liked to work.
Yeah.
Everybody know. I'm talking about Vince
sign language.
I think Vince created read between the lines. This was the master at giving you that telling you number one.
Listen, let me tell you something. I was very good at it too.
Yes, he was.
Listen,
yes, he was.
I would bless you. I would bless you so much. Well, we would bless it. It was cussing, but there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Listen, but that's crazy. So let me ask you something. Let me take us back. When all these kids kept coming, was you like, okay, this got to stop?
No, man. I think for me, I think I was like, I didn't know how I looked at it. My whole thing, there was Sid was the next boy, and there was a big age difference between. I think being in the country, man, all we want to do is go out. We had this like 100+ acres behind the house. All I wanted to do was play back there.
So we got more people to play with.
All of our neighbors, man, everybody who lived where our house sat down. You go down about a quarter of a mile, and then there was this curve. We played with everybody from our house all the way down and around. And those woods was like, that was our Narnia back then, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because we had all these trees. Man, we would go back there and create paths with the brooms. And we rode our bikes through these. We were mountain bikers before that stuff was even the X gamers. We were X gamers before it was in.
Man, we'd have blew up on YouTube.
Oh,
we
man.
had cell phones and stuff like that.
And we built our clubhouse. We would cut all these little trees down and built log cabins. But we would dig a hole, so when you walk in, it was like a 5-6 foot drop off. But if you wasn't with us, you didn't know. So we people walk in, fall, we laugh, we had a good time.
Got him.
And I think I spent most of my time. It didn't really dawn on me like it was 6 of us till I got probably to junior high. It was like all 6 of us. And I think the biggest thing, because I had to go home. I wasn't allowed to play sports because I had to go home and take care of the kids. I had to go home. I didn't cook. Tish cooked. Tish was 2 years younger. She did all the cooking. No. But I during the winter, let everybody have all these necessities like central air and all. We didn't have that stuff, man. We had this wood burning heater. So I always had to split firewood, keep the heater going.
Kindling.
Yeah, to get that little kindling up, man. So I think when I got to that age, I think that's when it kind of dawned like, man, I'm supposed to show the way. And I'm like, But I at that time, I didn't know know the way. I was a kid wanting to be a kid.
Right.
But at that time, I had responsibilities.
Right.
Mom was a stay at home. Mom would come home. I had to go home, help Mama around the house. Dad was at work. Pops used to work nights when we were getting up, going to school, he was coming home. And when we was coming home from school, he was going to work. So it was up to me being the oldest to help Mama take care of all of y'all. So I think junior high is when it really kind of set in.
Did it feel like a lot of pressure, or it was just like, this is just what it is?
Yeah, because right around junior high, we had this park, 21st Street Park, where everybody would hang out at, except for me. I think junior high, I got I don't remember a lot, but I got my world famous nickname when I was in junior high.
CG.
And it was CG, baby. Can't go. And so everybody would hang out at that park, man. But, our parents were, preachers and stuff. So we weren't allowed to go up there because in their eyes, that's where all the bad happened.
Yeah, right.
So, I was forced to stay at home, take care of you guys. I was a big TV guy. So I couldn't, when we were like little kids, all our friends, we got there to play tackle the man with the ball. Yeah. We play football in the streets and all that. But when everybody got to junior high and started playing football, they went for football practice. So that was, I think, 7th grade. So 8th grade, I got a little smart, kind of almost cost my life. So Mama, as you guys don't know, I was a little kid. I was tiny, skin and bone. So 7th grade year, I got Mama to sign like a progress report or something, and her signature went through it. So I just kind of copied over it and got it and turned it in so I could play football.
Right.
Mama, man, I got a beating in my life, but Daddy said, you know what? Go ahead and let him play when he get hurt. Because I was little.
Right.
But I played, so 8th grade I got to play, so then I got to hang out with all my friends again.
That's
all I wanted was to hang out with my friends. So I put my life out there so I could play ball and hang out.
Sacrifice.
I was willing to sacrifice myself up so I could play ball and hang out with all my friends.
Oh, that's crazy. I think I don't even really think I just even thought about it like that, because at a point too when everybody was gone, which we'll circle back, it's like I was raised as the only child because everybody was gone.
Right.
So it was just like,
That's crazy.
It's like a
6 kids. And now you're the only child. Like,
yeah. It's like it's crazy. It's like one of them. It's like a circle of life kind of thing. Kind of flip around. So yeah. So 8th grade, you played just football.
Yeah, just football. That was all I played.
You played sports any other times?
I played little dribblers basketball. You know, I thought I was pretty cool, but you know, again, I was so little. The ball probably weighed more than I did, man. So I played baseball. I was a decent pitcher. Yeah, I'm gonna put myself. I was good. I was a lefty.
Okay.
So I was a good pitcher.
Yeah.
My whole thing was the thing that I lacked till probably I went to the Marine Corps was confidence. I had no confidence. You know, I love my parents. You know, we've had some conversations since, but they didn't back then. They were taught, you know, they didn't go to games like that.
Right.
So my aunt, my mom's younger brothers, sisters would go and support me in my games, but to me, it wasn't the same. I know at that time I wanted mom and daddy.
Mom and daddy.
And uncle, it was cool, but mama and daddy was, you know, I wanted them there.
Yeah.
I was a big mama's boy, a big daddy's boy. I just wanted my parents to be there because that's what we saw. You look on TV, you see, you know, all that. But back then, that just wasn't something that happened.
Yeah, like you said, the lack of confidence too. That was me. Like even now, I still struggle. I'm a whole lot better than I was. Right. But then not to see the parents up there, it says that could help. Come on, baby, you got it.
That's it.
You got
Strike out, whatever.
Yeah,
you know, you can still turn around, mom, dad. Sorry, we got you.
Yeah. So I didn't even think about that, man. Like I said, I'm learning a lot.
I mean, you go through all that stuff, and mom and dad ain't there, and you're like, dang, you know they love you.
Yeah.
Well, as an adult, you knew they love you, but as a kid, you like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I ain't even do anything. What? I'm making good grades.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have because if I got an F, I was gonna have a butt whipping to come with it. So
right.
I haven't got a butt whipping. I didn't do nothing at the house. I done my chores while mama and daddy ain't here.
No, mama, that F stand for faith. No, don't worry about it. Just
faith. So I'm thinking back how as a kid, all I wanted was my mom and daddy there with me. I think as a kid, I think I could take on the world if my mom and daddy was there. Mom and daddy said I could do it. I can do it. Yeah. Like daddy said I can go out there and cut that grass. Oh, I'm gonna cut that grass. I'm make that grass look good.
Yeah.
I mean, remember I was a kid, the lawnmower, I was so little I couldn't do it from here, so I had to get between the handles. I could start that lawnmower and I could push it, man.
You get the middles right here.
You 8, 9, 10, cutting the grass. Yeah.
That's one thing about I love the dad. Well, he put that work ethic in us.
Yes. That came to me so much further in my life than I wish it would have came. I looked at it so differently back then.
Right.
So I took it in a negative way.
Kind of resentment a little bit?
Yeah, because, I graduated high school, I was supposed to go to the Air Force. I took my ASVAB, went for the Air Force because we had a guy live next to us, Mr. Jim Moore. I found out when I was in junior, he passed away when I was in junior high, and I had no idea that he was in the military. Found out he was in the Air Force. So Mr. Jim was like a second father to me. My grandmother taught me about fishing and stuff like that. Mr. Jim would teach me about hunting and stuff like that. So it really dealt something to me when he passed. So when I got to high school, I didn't think about no college or anything. I really didn't. The thing that I knew about high school, I hope y'all folks don't hate me out there, I need to get out of salesman. What I did is during the summers from probably junior high, maybe a little bit younger, maybe it's like 5th, 6th grade, all through junior high, I would go to Houston. Our mom's oldest sister, Aunt Frances, lived in Houston, and I have a cousin, Mac, was a year younger than me. So Aunt Frances would come pick me up right after school, and I would spend my summers down there. So
that's crazy.
You leave
the same thing,
man. You leave a town of 7,000 people, and then you go down there, and it's like, oh man, look at those tall buildings. You got some of we call those skyscrapers. I'm like, I don't know anything. Like I said, I didn't have a great confidence in myself.
Right.
So I knew I wanted to leave and see the world. I knew that. You and I were speaking earlier about your daughter being like the draw. I was a really good artist. I won a couple of art contests in school and stuff, and one I went kind of south, and I kind of lost interest in it. But I knew I wanted to travel. So when they junior, senior year, the military recruiters start coming around and stuff. So most of us seniors did it just to get out of class.
Right,
We're going to get out of
right.
class, go take the ASVAB, and everybody said ABC, 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 just to get out of class. You didn't care. But I remember Mr. Jim, and I was like, man, I can go to the Air Force. I could leave. I could see them. Remember, my focus at that time, I can guarantee you, was I need to get out of SEALs.
Gotta get a SEALs.
I got to go. So I take my ASVAB for the Air Force, and I go down and I talk to him. I did really good. Mm-hmm. So I was like, cool. So I went down, I picked the job. I wanted to be air traffic control, land planes and do all that kind of stuff. Right. So I go down, and I go down to sign my papers. Well, the Air Force dude didn't show up. So I'm about an hour waiting. He didn't show up. So I hear this loud noise down and across the hall. So I walk over there, I walk in there, and I see these two dudes in uniform laying on the floor, Indian leg rest. You remember when you lay side by side?
Yeah.
It's the Marines. So I knew who they were. I said, what are you guys? Who are you guys? I was like, because also when I was in high school, I was in CAP, with Civil Air Patrol. So it was a kind of a preparation for you for the Air Force.
Right.
So I was prepping, and I was, we would meet out at the little airport out there by Coots a couple of times a night, a couple of times a week. So I went over there, I talked to them, and they was like, what are you doing down here, young man? I said, well, I'm about to sign up for the Air Force. It's like the life got sucked out of the room. They were,
You don't say that.
right? They didn't say what. It's just like, what?
Don't say that.
I was like, yeah. And then I asked myself, so who are you guys? What do y'all do? And that just made it worse. I was like, I was terrified.
You better recognize.
So they said, yeah, we the Marines, and da. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, man. So I was like, what do you guys do? They said, what are you going to do in there? I said, I'm going to be air traffic control. They was like, man, so you did good on your test. I said, yeah. I said, science, electronics, stuff like that, that was my thing. So they were showing me all this different stuff, like infantry and stuff. Man, I said, nah, that don't interest me. So there was an office in the back, and I could see this kid back there taking watching some videos. And I saw I saw space, antennas and radios and these big satellites and stuff like that, which I now know are like microwave and stuff.
Right.
I was like, what's that back there? And he was like, oh, that's communication. I was like, oh, yeah. I said, I want to do that. And they said, what'd you score in your answer? And I told them, I said, oh, yeah, you can do any of these. So I said, okay, cool. What do I sign? So I signed up, man. I go home, and I tell Pop says, how everything go? I said, well, the Air Force dude didn't show, man. So I signed up with the Marine Corps. I thought I was about to die. I thought I was going to die, man.
I did too.
Yeah, Pops didn't like that, man. Pops wasn't having it. Because if you think about it, our entire family, both sides, are all Army. We had one cousin, Jerry, on our dad's side that's Navy. Other than that, the whole family is Army. And there's this stigma, especially among black families. Yeah, Marines, crazy folks. And then Pops was like, nah, you Pop wouldn't even let the recruiter come to the house.
Not even come to the house.
Staff Sergeant Coward was my recruiter. Pops wasn't having it, man. In the beginning.
Right.
And he's like, sir, he'll be 18 in a couple of months. My dad, Pops like, guess you'll see him in a couple of months then. So, of course, the recruiter will come to the school, talk to you and doing this.
Right.
And I guess after a couple of months, I guess right after I graduated, before I graduated, Pops was cool. He would come to the house and because we'd have these poolee functions. They would pick you up on Saturday, take you out, run you. We go to the beach and just hanging out with you.
Right.
And so I graduate. I was supposed to ship out the week after graduation. I graduated like May 28th, and I was supposed to ship out like June 6th or something like that. That's when Pop got sick. Remember, I don't know. You remember Pop had that brain tumor. Pop was in the hospital. It was a tumor, right? Yeah. One of Pop got sick, so I was like, look, man, my dad's sick. It's not, he pretty messed up. I said, I need to delay my time leaving. They was like, all right, yeah. So I delayed my time, and Pop got better. And it was the brain tumor.
The brain tumor, yeah.
Everybody know my dad a preacher, and prayer works. And so they prayed so much for Pops, man, that the tumor was the size of a softball. So they prayed up. So they came back in. They took all these tests in my eye. It was gone. So you got world-renowned doctors coming from all over the world wanting to interview Pop, put him in these magazines, trying to figure out what happened. Pop was like, I already know what happened.
This is what we do.
Yeah, they prayed up. Man, you see all these folks in here in suits. All this loud perfume, cologne and stuff. That's some praying folks. Praying folks right there. So I leave. I mean, Pops gets better. I end up shipping out now. Like I say, man, when you're a child, you take things how you take them, wherever your mentality, the mentality of a child.
Right.
So, we go down to Beaumont, the Greyhound, we ship out. And Pop was like, you'll never be big enough to do anything physical. So once you take something you can do with your mind in the military. As a child at that time, that was like the worst thing you could ever say. I mean, my daddy ain't got, all I heard you'll never be.
Yeah.
That's all I can say now. As a kid, that's all you'll never be.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, son, do your best and this and that. All I heard in the mind of a child was, you will never be. So do this.
Yeah.
So you just limited me right there. Now, I don't know if I was thinking of it like that, but I know I remember hearing, you would never be, da-da-da-da.
So it didn't really matter what you said after that.
Yeah. And that in the mind of an 18-year-old boy, you was expect, all right, son, do your best, we proud of, I ain't hear all that. So all I heard was you would never be. So, man, I go to boot camp, and that's when I realized at that time, when we grew up, now it's in the 80s.
Yeah.
I ain't know nothing about the world, man. Think about this. I leave from a town of 7,000 people to San Diego, California.
And it's smaller now.
Never been outside of Texas. Never been on a plane. Think about that.
Culture shock.
Now, you're 18, but still, culture shock is an understatement.
I bet.
So you get to the airport, and they line you up, and it's daylight. So you're like, man, what they waiting on? Well, it turns out they waiting on it to get dark and some other people to show up. So people show up, man. We get on the bus. Man, when we got off that bus, I think I went into complete shutdown mode. Because you got these dudes you never seen before in your life, in your face, yelling, spitting. Tell me, he's standing at the front of the door. He do his little spiel, say, now get off my bus. You ain't gonna move? You standing in front of, that's what we think you standing. Get off my bus. So windows start flying down, back door pops open, man. It was total shock, man. Total shock.
Dang, you get all those different aspects, like you said. Never been out of Texas. Never been on a plane. What was the other one?
Being from a town of 7,000 to a major city.
All that.
On your own.
Then you're getting around these people that you don't know.
Never seen before in your life.
From everywhere.
All over the United States.
So you got all of that. Plus, then you taking your dad said you'll never be.
Yeah, that played a major role right there. So you get to boot camp. The military mess with you. They mess with you, man. Marine Corps mess with you. So you get there, let's say like on a Thursday. You get there on a Thursday. You chilling. You get in there. That first shock is they get you off bus. They tell you this. They put you in a chair and shave your head. I ain't never had a shaved head in my life. So now you just took my hair. I'm mad. I'm mad at the world.
It's natural now.
So, hey, man, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I just got my hand on.
Hey, man, look. Hey. So then they put you in these bags. You got on some sneakers and you chilling. You going from back and forth. You taking these tests and everything.
Yeah.
And they kind of lull you to sleep. You like, this it? Man, I could do this. This is all we gonna do. So like I said, you get that Thursday. The other hard part, when you get that Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, you get no sleep, absolutely zero. They keep you up all day, all night. So you get there by 8 o'clock Thursday night. All through the morning, you taking tests. All through like Friday, you taking tests. So Saturday, you get first 4 hours of sleep. Saturday night, you get 4. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Saturday around 8, 9 o'clock, you get 4 hours of sleep. Sunday morning, they wake you up, take you to breakfast. It's all this and that. They yelling, but it's not to the extreme.
Right.
Man, about 11:30, 1 o'clock.
That's it.
They get you in there. They said, we today moving day. Like, moving day, where we going? Pack your bag, standing and sitting there and stuff. This officer come in and talk to you, real calm and, smooth. And
right.
I want to introduce you. This is the day my life changed. I want to introduce you to your drill instructors. So this first dude come in, boom, snap two, Smokey on, senior drill instructor, staff sergeant Hines. Boom. Next one coming, drill instructor Sergeant Tanner, drill instructor, staff sergeant Hines, Staff Sergeant Dahmer, Staff Sergeant Anderson. All right, cool. And then he speaks, the officer leaves, and these words are spoken. Drill instructors, take charge of your platoon and turn them into Marines. You ever been in a hurricane and people say, not a hurricane, but a hurricane, and people say it sounds like a train at your front door and it's shaking, and back starts shaking because it's like it was 82 of us. Now I think between the age of 17 and at the time Marine Corps was like 24, I think, so anywhere from between that age, sitting down. You got these 6 dudes just show up. Get up, move it, I don't know these dudes, man. You ain't my daddy. And you in such shock. You don't know if you get up, sit down, stand up, turn around, do it, man. So they like right here, these dudes spitting in your face. They got this brim on this smoke and it's hitting you in your forehead like this. You want to swing, but you like, if I swing, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So man, it's just chaos isn't even the word. Your body, I know my body, I went into total shock, man. Now think about it. I just went from being the oldest, helping mom and daddy with the kids, taking care of them, make sure they eat, get bed warm. I just went from being the leader to a dude. Damn. And our drill instructor told us this: I don't care about you. I don't care about. Now, mind you this. I went to boot camp in 1989. This was right after Guantanamo Bay. So a lot of these drug instructors had come from over there. They told us, I don't care about you. I don't care about the color of your skin. Only thing I care about is green. And that's the color of these uniforms and the color of the money they pay me to beat the dog crap out. You say that, they said some other words. Total strangers. Imagine if some dude knocked on your front door, kicked it in, and come in your house, tell you what you're going to do, how you're going to do, when you're going to do it, what you can and can't do. Your instincts is to fight back, man. But when you go into shock, so man, we in shock, and you fast forward a little bit. I was the 5th smallest guy in my platoon of 82 people. I had 2 twins from I forgot where they from. Then you had my boy Motown from Detroit, and then me. I graduated high school. I weighed into boot camp 5'7", 135 pounds, soaking wet. Tiny dude. I'm talking, what growth spurt? Where's mine? So I get in there, man. It's like complete torture. I don't know. I'm a country boy. Put me outside with no shoes on, let me run loose. I'm good. So you're going through all this training, man, and I remember the second day that my life changed, but from that day, it changed forever. So, you do all your stuff on during the week, but then on Sundays, it's like you wash your clothes, they made you right home to your family, make sure to let them know, And I had this dude named Caine. Caine was from L.A., about 6'2", about 230, big dude, muscle, big dude. Caine had to be older, though. I mean, there was no way he was like a teenager. No way. So, I was coming over there. What's up, Matthews? Where you from? I said, from Texas. You don't talk like you're from Texas, man. I didn't know what he meant. I guess when they think about that I'm a country boy, though, so we're a little different. City Texas and country Texas different. So, Caine kept torturing me, mushing me. So, you fast forward my boot camp is 3.5 months long. So one day, man, here he come, across the barracks, man. I was like, God, man. I'm tired of this dude, man. I don't know what possessed me, but we have a Foot Locker with all our stuff in it. I took that padlock and slid it up. I tell you how small my hand, slid it over these 2 fingers and put that padlock in my hand. As soon as Caine came with that, bang! Say good night. Put him out. One hitter quitter, man. And the drill instructor's like, oh, come here, Matthews. Man, I got in trouble for knocking him out. So I'm like, what? And the drill instructor, one of the drill instructors, Staff Sergeant Anderson was from Stuttgart, Arkansas.
Ooh,
Big, black, muscle, King Kong looking dude. He got in my ear. He said, that's how you better treat everybody else from now on. I'm going to be watching you. Right here, right in my ear. I was like, from that day forward, changed my life. I told you when I was a kid, I had no confidence. Mm-hmm. That was the day that I had confidence. And from that day forward, to be honest, I've never feared anybody from the rest. Not to sound cocky, arrogant, anything.
Yeah. It's a defining moment.
It's a defining moment to the point where I realized whatever you could do to me, I could do to you too.
Yep. Not size, color.
No, don't matter nothing, man. So from that, they made me a squad leader. I was squad leader from then on. I was the smallest squad leader. So the other squad leaders didn't like me. Because Caine was their boy. Caine was their boy, and they didn't like me. So it was literally me against them three. So, and everybody in my squad, I got all these dudes, 6'2", 6'3", 6, all these big dudes, country boy from all over. I'm this little bitty dude from Silsbee, Texas. I'm their squad leader, and they better do what I say do. Because now I'm like this. I'm going to knock all y'all out. I just had this exuberance, man. So, you fast forward, graduate boot camp, boom, boom, boom. Now, mind you, I'm from Silsbee, Texas, 7,000 people. I come home, visit for a while, go back, do some more training. Then I get my duty papers. My first duty station. Now, mind you, my first trip on a plane was from Houston to San Diego. That's just 3.5 months ago. Mm-hmm. I get orders. Okinawa, Japan. I'm sorry, where we going?
Say that.
Where we going?
Get them a good air. Say that one more time.
Okinawa, Japan. What's that? What's that?
Say that again.
Right. So we get there, we get off the plane, man. You land on a military base, whatever. You really don't see anybody. You see all Americans. I'm like, I can do this. Man, get on the first, just freaked out. You get on the bus. Now, mind you, they drive on the other side of the road. So us, when we going around a curve, we going around a mountain, we going out like that. We can see traffic. Over there, they coming from behind the mountain. And I'm like, because in my mind, we about to have a wreck.
We're about to have a wreck. Yeah.
So it was just, man. And I'm seeing all this water and all. I'm like, man.
Okay, hold up. You gotta take me slow. You gotta take me slow. Caine. Let's go back to Caine.
Okay.
What was the relationship between y'all after that happened?
Best friends.
I figured that.
Best friends. Best friends from the time we graduated till we graduated boot camp together. What we call MCT, which is Marine Combat Training. We were in there together. And then after that, you go off to your specialty schools and stuff. So that's where we parted ways. But from then on, me and Caine were best friends, man.
What about his boys?
Caine was a big dude. Caine was from LA. So, we think about this in the 80s. If you from California, you got to be a gang member.
Exactly. Right. Right.
And then some of the cats that was in there, for them, it was either jail or boot camp or military. So, I'm a small country boy. I see colors and all that stuff. Right. So you from LA, you must be in a gang.
Exactly.
So
you know Ice-T?
Right? So me and Caine became cool, man. I remember when we graduated, he said, hey, man, you know how I feel, man. He said, I said, man, it's cool, bro. I said, I owe you.
Appreciate it.
And, we parted ways, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No hard feeling. That lock was hard, wasn't it?
It was survival.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I think we all have a time in our lives where, whether it's financially, spiritually, it's sink or swim.
I'll tell you later. We'll talk about it later, but that moment is everything for me. That moment when I knocked him out. I'll tell you a story here in a minute. That moment, me ran back, popping Caine. It was like, what's that? The Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Yeah, it created the world that I now, the person, the world, everything about me right now.
Perspective.
That one punch changed everything.
It's almost like a, you'll go biblical, like David and Goliath, man.
Absolutely. It was like, again, it won't make sense now with the context, but as we get to it, it just, it was that moment to where what the whole kind of like, if you build it, they will come. You know, kind of.
Yeah. I get you.
know?
I'm tracking.
Yeah.
I'm tracking.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like I said, when you think David in life, people just think, oh yeah, he beat the giant.
Nah,
but that wasn't
even about that.
That was manhood.
Yeah.
That was like, y'all all gonna just sit here and take this what these are. Suit me up.
Yeah.
And they trying to put his armor on. It kind of goes with what you're saying. A lot of times people will try to put their perspective or their thinking to make you do something you know you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm going to grab these stones and I'm going to grab the slingshot that I've been in this field working on for years.
I'm good with this.
I'm good. And they just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then watch
I've had many moments like that, especially in business, man. It's just, you know, again, that day started everything.
We could go and come back.
So I'm gonna skip a whole lot of stuff. So
we'll track
I go to the military. I'm in Okinawa. You know, shortly after that, the Gulf War started. You know, you go to that, you come back, you do all this, man. You get out, you come home. Now you have to adjust to everything you just lived through, to where your senses are on 20 all the time. I would say 100 all the time. You get out and you go to 0. So the thing is, I'm not going to say the military teaches you to stay on 100, but depending on your MOS, depending on your surroundings, depending on your mentality, it get taped, super glued, gorilla glued in 100.
Yeah, you're aware. You pay attention to everything. You know, even without thinking, you noticing everything. You watching TV.
Right.
Watch that before they fall. So
you get out, you come a civilian, and I think the first time that kind of dawned on me was I was with my wife and some friends. We went to Astroworld before, you know, all it got closed down. We were at Astroworld. So this is like when it first signed of, okay, something ain't quite right. But, you know, nobody, because, you know, that's Larry. He already crazy, so leave him alone.
Right.
So we go to Astroworld, and these kids get on the ride. It was these, like, Paki Indian kids. They get on the ride. They put their backpacks down. They get on the ride ends. They get off. They leave. They backpack still there. I lost it. Hey, everybody get down. Get back. Everybody get back. And right as we doing that, they rock back up, get their backpacks and left. My wife's like, Larry, it's okay. And my boys and their wives and their kids, they're like, dang. I'll say I'll be honest. I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong. I saw a perceived problem. My job was protect myself and the people with me. That's what I did. I protected my squad. People who with me, everybody around me. Because these people just set off, in my eyes, they just left the bomb to go off and kill us. Just so happened, unfortunately, these kids that got on this fight look like the people that just got back from fighting. So my senses were there. You know, so let's go down on that. You start your career. It's obvious, like you were saying, when Pops taught us that hard work, that was not a problem for me.
Right.
You know, you take that training that you grew up with as a kid and the military training, you put them together, you can't stop. Nothing I can't do. Right. I'll find a way to do it. So I'm just starting my career off, man, and, you know, I'm doing okay, you know. This guy, you know, I'm the new guy there, so he was arrogant, very arrogant cat. So he was like, we were at a job site one time, and two of the dudes were his boys also, but he was their boss. So he got it, tore into him all real good. You know what I mean? He was sitting there talking, you know, he trying to educate me about what's going on, this and that. He's like, Larry, man, you think I'm too tough on the guys? I said, nah, man, you know, you got to make sure the job get done, because if it doesn't, it's on you. I said, plus, they're your boys. I said, with me in the Corps, my boys, I can say what I want, how I want to them. They know it's all about getting that job done. I said, you know, so you got to say what you got to say, you know. And then I said, well, me personally, I just think you an a-hole, man. That's all. You know, in my mind, I'm coming from the military. I can say what I want. But he was like, what? And I said, man, whatever. And I walked off. And he grabbed my arm. Well, his mistake was grabbing me. His other mistake, he grabbed my right hand. I'm a lefty. So my instincts kicked in. I swung around and bing. So when he dropped, I go to get on him. The guy Chuck, who's now my mentor, it's like, hey. I was like, dang. All right, man, you got my badge. I know I'm fired. And he's like, no, you ain't fired. Come on, let's go. So he took me in. Dude's name was Chris. He took us in there. The VP was, you fired, and blah, blah. And then Chuck is like, nah, you can't fire him. I said, what do you mean? He said, if you're going to fire him, you got to fire both of them. He said, why? He said, first off, he shouldn't have touched him. He shouldn't have hit him, but he wouldn't have hit him had he not touched him.
Yeah.
So you're going to fire one, you fire them both. And I'll make sure that happened. This dude was like the VP. Chuck was like our lead. Mm-hmm. So we ended up getting suspended with pay for 3 days.
I ain't tripping. I catch up on some stuff at the house anyway.
So all that did for me was like, well, I ain't do nothing wrong then. I'm going to drop the next fool. So, Chuck became my mentor, man. And it was like...
so you think they stroked your ego a little bit?
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. So I just did something wrong. You sort of kind of rewarded me for you send me home with pay for 3 days. Now think about it, it's the mentality.
Yep. Yeah.
So that moment led to just so many things down the road with my career that could have went really, really. Because in my industry, it's a small world, and if you put 1,000 of us in a room, it might be 5 brothers. There's not a lot of people like me in my industry. Yeah. So that day could have blackballed me and I'd have probably had who knows what kind of career I'd have been in. Some physical I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
But I wouldn't have been doing what I do now. That's for sure.
Dang. So what was like the response at the after that? Because I want to go slow.
So you fast forward, you go there, and then you realize at work, my boss wouldn't come tell me what to do. He would tell somebody that I was close to tell me. I paid attention to. I said, man, what's going on? And again, you started stroking my ego. I'm so bad, my boss scared of me.
Yeah.
It's just instead of stroking that ego, man. And Chuck sat me down one day, and he said, Larry, I know what happened. They sent me to a job site, and I screwed up something. So they took me out the field. And we had a 4-story office building. And we had our own phone system and everything in the office. So what they did was I told myself, I'll be your house boy. So they took me out of the field, put me in the office for 9 months. Any kind of computers, phones, page, anything that broke in the office technology-wise, I had to fix it. So, I'm Mr. Ego attitude, bad attitude dude, and never paid attention to what was going on. So they took me out of the field for 9 months and put me in the office, and I fixed everything in the office. Everybody come in every day, get their work orders and their tickets, and they go out. I'm stuck there in the office, mad at the world, mad. Wake up mad, go to work mad, come on mad, I'm mad. So 9 months go by, and Chuck called me when he said, hey, here, take this ticket, go fix, go over and fix the site. I said, okay. I said, oh, you let me free, master. You let me out. He said, take the work out and go fix it. All right. I go take it, fix it, come back, like 30 minutes. He said, what was wrong? I told him, da-da-da-da. He said, okay, here, take this up and go fix it. I said, man, why don't you just give them all to me? Take the work, go fix it. I come back. Just go for like about a week or two. Then he sit me down one day. He said, Larry, you're not paying attention to what's going on, right? I said, whatever, He said, when you go on a customer site and you break something, it makes us all look bad and cost us money. If you break something in the office, it's a learning experience. You fix it, we show you what's wrong, you fix it, you move on. He said, what you've done over the last 9 months, when you couldn't do that. Because when they brought me in, it's strictly as a cable puller. So all I was doing, yanking wire through the system. I mean, that's a technique to it.
Right.
But they started training me on phone systems. Chuck saw something in me, sent me there, so he sat me down and he said, Larry, what you need to understand is when you walk into an office building, a job, interview, anything you walk into, you walk in the door with 3 strikes on you. Anything you do. I was like, man, now mind you, Chuck same age as our dad.
Yeah.
I said, man, this dude tripping, man. He said, at the time, he said, you young, you black, you got a big mouth. Now, you got to figure out a way to overcome all of that. When you do, nothing can stop you. He said, you got to learn to get out of your own way. I'm like, this dude,
Man, whatever. Dude, tripping.
whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Yeah, okay, whatever. Get out of here. You know, and I'm going on through my career, and I'm 52 years old now. Every word that came out that man's mouth, he was 1,000,000% correct. I would walk. Now, when I first got, a lot of people, when you get out of the Marine Corps, first thing you want to do, military period, you want to grow your hair out. So I had dreads and stuff, but I knew at work, I always wore a hat. I took them and tucked them under my hat, so nobody at work, unless you was cool with me, we hung out after work, nobody knew. One day at work, I was doing something, I leaned down, and the hat fell off. When I raised up, everybody behind me, their whole face changed. Quiet. I was like, did I fart or something? What's going on? I said, what's going on?
What's your size around this time?
Oh, well, okay. Let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
Let me back up a little bit.
Because I know that factors in.
Okay,
too.
yes. Let me back. So when I told you when I got the Marine Corps, I was 5'7", 130 pounds.
Yeah.
When I graduated boot camp, I know we bouncing all over the place.
No, it's cool.
But when I graduated boot camp, so I came home. Uncle Paul, Mama's brother, picked me up at the airport in Houston, drove me to Silsbee. Uncle Paul walked by me and everybody said, "What's up, man?" He said, "How you doing, young man?" I said,
Recognize.
"What's up, man?" Didn't recognize me. He was like, "Man, what they do to you?" I was like, so I come home, walk in our front door, and it was like, I guess the sun was behind. Mom was like, she looked at me, she said, "Boy, what they feed you?" So, I just told you, I graduated high school. I went to boot camp. The day we got to boot camp, I weighed out 5'7", 135 pounds. When I graduated boot camp and came home, I was 175 pounds.
Solid.
All muscle. Solid. The civilian clothes that they give you when you go to boot camp, you box everything up. So the day before graduation, you get that box and you try to put on your clothes. A lot of guys who were big guys lost weight, and then small guys like me, we gained weight. So the pants that I had on, I couldn't get them past my thighs. I gained so much weight. All muscle, Mike. All muscle. Now people think we lift weights. Kind of, sort of. It's not traditional weights. You will get like 7 to 10 guys on a 500-pound telephone pole. And you holding it above your head and come your shoulder up here, down here. You hold it here, do squats with it. So it's weightlifting, but not traditional weightlifting.
Right.
So
what do they call that? Is it a name that they call that?
It's just, I'm wondering what calisthenics, man. I mean, we did push-ups, sit-ups, leg lifts, jumping jack, all that stuff. But we didn't have any traditional weights.
It's like with a twist to it. Yeah.
It's like if you said people do the body weight calisthenics, that is the best thing that you can ever do. People try to lift the weights. If you want to bulk up and you trying, but in boot camp, we didn't lift those kind of weights, man. I think the heaviest thing we lifted were those 700-pound telephone poles. And then you get them and you standing and you bending over at the waist, for ab workout and stuff like that, man. It was so, now, but when you say my size, now mind you, so when I got to Okinawa, I was still about 175, 180. So then the thing that everybody says about going to Okinawa, that we call it the rock. You either gonna be a gym rat or alcoholic. There's no in between. It's one or the other. So me, we was into wrestling. So when I got there, we called our barracks the Thunderdome.
Okay.
It was crazy, man. What I do know is they like to wrestle. You talking my language. So, I'm feeling myself a little bit. Right. And there was this dude named Doss. Doss was like the blackest dude I ever seen him. I'm like, well, maybe daddy, but Doss was dark, man.
I knew that was going.
So, and he was big. And they was like, so the thing was, everybody tried to wrestle and you body slam because so you like the reigning champ. Well, I'm the new kid, man. Get out of here. They call you new booty. Get out of here, new booty. You're a newbie, man. You don't want to do that. I said, man, I'm a wrestling champ, man. I said, I'm just talking.
Right.
I'm just talking. Let me back up. When I graduated boot camp and before I went to what I realized when I was small, dudes with size, when they walked in the room, all eyes went on them. So I told you when I punched Caine that day, it changed my life. So what I started doing is when I got to Okinawa, I would see certain big dudes when they walked in the room or whatever it is, how people treated them. Wasn't necessarily afraid of them, but they paid attention to when they walked. As a small dude,
Yeah.
So what I did, I tell my kid, I tell my daughter, I tell all the kids that I have to work with is, I took bits and pieces of all these different people, you know, what I liked about them. I changed the way I speak, you know, the way, you know, you talk in the country. When I was in boot camp, I got teased, you know, finna and fixing to, and I changed all of that. You know, I changed all that. Like, people, you want to get teased, man. Your confidence is good, but, you know.
Yeah.
So I just took bits and pieces of different people that I saw, and I created this. This is what I created.
Nice little gumbo pie.
Yeah, like what Billy Sue say, you know, little jambalaya, Uncle Woody put everything, it's all going to the same spot.
Right.
So I created this dude. So it was just like over the years, you know, I just started taking bits and pieces of everybody, because I noticed some people have certain knowledge about this, people from this part of the world, I changed the way I speak. Everything about me I changed. What I didn't know is the one thing I didn't and couldn't change is who I am as a grassroots, you know. What I skipped when I was in boot camp, we got leave, comm school, we got leave on the weekend, so we be downtown San Diego. 7,000 people, downtown San Diego. Don't know why, can't tell you why, how it happened. But when you walking down the streets of San Diego, you know, you got these 17, 18-year-old dudes, we got a little money in our pocket, and they got these folks, they walking down the street, man, hey, look, man, you want to send some money to your mama? Yeah, man, you come here and sign this paper, send your mama some money, man, yeah. Everybody, oh, yeah, you know, you said, Mom, I want to send my mama some money and everything. I can't tell you why, man, but I knew something wasn't right. So I kept telling my boys, I said, yo, man, come on. So they was like, come on back here, man. I said, nah, man, I don't do all that. I call my mom, I'm going to send my mama money where I want to. I don't know why, but I just wouldn't do it. So they knew they couldn't hook me, so they separated my boys from me. So I said, nah, I'm going to go get my boys. They said, nah, you can't. I said, stop me. So I said, yo, come on, man, they trying to steal your money. Now, you wouldn't save everybody, but you did.
Right.
So we get our boys out of there, man. What I didn't notice at the time, man, that raising your 5 brothers and sisters, that leadership right there, it was coming to the front. You are who you are from the core, man. All of us realize it at different times in our lives.
Nothing is wasted.
At that time, I didn't know what I was doing. I just thought somebody was trying to steal my boy's money. Let me get him up out of here. So we leave there. I leave San Diego. I go to Japan, man. You know, I'm building this dude, building this character, building this person. And I met this dude. He ran track for the Marine Corps. That was his job. I was like, huh? I said, I know I'm fast. I'm from Texas.
How you get that job?
So, you know, well, he had a job, but he Marine Corps got their own football team and all that stuff. I was like, dude, I know I'm faster than you. I said, I race you in boots. Now, I wasn't no speedster at all, but I'm from Texas. In my mind, in my mind, we do this. This is what we do. This is what we do. You know, we fast. Everybody else, y'all just think y'all fast. Right. I beat him bad. I ain't no speedster, but I'm like, so if you run the Marine Corps track, that's my job now, bro. Yeah, that's my job.
Where your coach at?
Right. So me and him became. He outranked me at the time, so we became cool. We was real cool. When it was Sergeant Macklin. I remember him, man, and it just this whole new confidence. And I told you about the dude, big dude. Doss was his name. Dawes, D-A-W, and we had another D-O-S-S. Alabama. So I said, man, I think I can take it. So sure enough, man, we lock up. You know, we think we in the wrestling ring. We locking up and everything. But to this day, I remember I grabbed his arms and they were soft. They were big, but they were soft.
No deficiency in it.
No muscle in it. He was a big dude, big country fed boy. So I don't know how, why, and I said, whoop, I scooped him. Boom. Now who you think the king of the bags?
Oh, come on now.
Now who you think the king of the bags?
Texas.
Silsby, Texas, baby. Mark ain't the only wrestler up in here. But yeah, man, that day changed everything. You know, everybody, you know, our last name Mathis, but everybody called me Matt. Hey, we rolling with Matt, man. Hey, Matt, where we going? So you went from being the newbie. Now, wherever you go, everybody going wherever Matt go. What you doing, Matt? Hey, Matt, what you doing tonight? All right, man, let's get off base. Let's go do something, man. That was my life changed again. No. Yeah. I started going off base, met this little thing, man. She got me. She got me, man. So
walk us through that, man. Walk us through that.
So I'm in Japan. I got there January 90. So I had this, back in the day, we didn't have cell phones, but I had the little portable camera. Portable cameras. And little yeah, so I thought Asian women were some beautiful women. But I thought for the most part, the mystique in their eyes and everything. Yeah. So I just want to take pictures with them, by themselves or with me in them, whatever. So me and my boys, one day, we go to this club, and I see this chick walk by me, man. She, you normally see Asian women real petite, not much on the backside and all that, but not this one. This one did different. I was like, and you're real pretty, man. Had 2 long little pigtails. I was like, hey, what's up? She wasn't trying to hear it, man. She didn't want nothing to do with me.
You don't get away from me, sir.
Right. Pretty much, her and her friend was trying to get going. I said, look, all I want to do is take a picture. Just let me take a picture. They was like, no, I'm doing this and stuff. I said, look, just let me take a picture. I told my boy, I said, yo, take this picture. So I jumped out, hey, oh, man, yeah. So this is like May. So fast forward, July. So me and my boys, so in Okinawa, they have the big Air Force Base. And every year, we have for the 4th of July, we have this big carnival.
Okay.
And the last day of the carnival is the 4th of July. And on that day, they open the gates up and they let all the Japanese nationals come on base. July 3rd, me and my boy go, and I see this girl, the same girl. I said, yo, that's that chick, remember, man? He was like, man, I said, remember the one we took the picture? He said, oh, yeah. He said, man, go holler. I said, man, she blew me out last time. Yeah. I said, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I said, all right, whatever, man. So I said, I tell you what, though, if I see her again, I'm going to holler at her.
Yeah.
Man,
you gonna do that.
Next day, July 4th, we go again. Boom, there she is, her and that same little friend. So I mean, I ain't had no game, man. I was a dude with a whole lot of confidence, and was just like, I think some things that have been said to me when I was a kid. My Aunt Donna, Aunt Donna told me when I was, I don't know, 15, 16. She said, you have your mama's eyes and your daddy's smile. She said, with those two, you can have any woman you want.
Come on.
Now, that meant nothing to me back then.
Right now?
But for whatever reason, that's all I was thinking right now.
Yeah.
I got the eyes, I got the smile.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going over there.
That's it.
I'm going to go over there, I'm going to spit game. Yeah. I yanked on the ponytail.
You was like, man, what am I doing? Midway, do you think in that moment you was like, man, what in the world?
I didn't know, because I knew she had blew me off before. Yeah. My boy was with me. I knew he was going to clown me. It was other people
so
around.
You feel like, let me try a different technique.
Yeah, something, man. And I just, about that ponytail. What's up, girl? It's me, me. She's like, I got the whole no speak English. But she told me she didn't speak English in English. I'm like, and me, I'm stupid. Okay. Okay. But I didn't leave.
Right.
So I'm with her. In my mind, her and her little friend was doing their thing. And I was like, man, I had just won. I was real good at throwing darts. So I won some of the stuff that I said, hey, I'll be right back. Just stay right here. No, we went to this little booth and I was throwing the darts. And I don't know if I was nervous with her being with me and I couldn't win. I was like, damn, well, let me go back while I won the other one. So I went back over there, boom. Sure enough, got them darts. Got her like a life-size Chester cheetah, but it was blue. I got that and gave it to her, man. And I'm going to say I followed her around all night long. Wouldn't let her out of my sight, man. And I think my boy ended up leaving. No, he stayed because her friend was there, so he stayed. So we talked, man. End of the night, I gave her my number. I said, yeah, call me. She said, okay. So, I left. So you figure a month go by, nothing. I'm doing that, man. One day I get a call from the, we had our bags and we had a phone set in the middle where the guy was on duty. Yo, Matt, you got a call. Phone ring, everybody stick their head out the back.
Right.
They said, yo, Matt, you got a call. I'm like, me? I'm calling away. I'm like, yeah, it's me. That's right. It's me. Yeah, y'all get off me.
I did the whole time.
Right? I'm like, who is this? So I go to the back. She said, hi. I'm like, do you remember me? Nope. But the mouth spoke quick. Yeah. What's up, girl?
I remember you.
She's like, well, I just want to give you a call. I said, you want to meet someone we can hang out? And that was this little spot that. So in Okinawa, they had this strip called Gate 2 Street. So the Air Force Base was right here, which was Gate 2. And that little strip was like where we did all the shopping and all the clubs and everything right there. So right on the corner, there's a little burger joint called Moss Burger. So we ended up meeting at Moss Burger, man. And we chopping it up and everything. Woo, woo, woo. And, I don't know how it happened, but she ended up taking me to this little spot, this little beach. So Okinawa being an island is only like 90 miles long, 70 some odd miles wide. It's not a big island, man. So she taking me, we driving down through this sugarcane field. I'm like, you can't drive me down through no sugarcane field. Think you trying to set me up. You trying to set me up, bro.
Yo, hey, it's getting dark out here.
I said, hold on, let me drive. You just tell me where to go. So sure enough, man, we going down this little dirt road through a sugarcane field, then bang, pop out right on the beach, man. I'm like, oh, I'm a country boy, man. I'm like, and it's night, it's dark too. The moon, man, it was like perfect. I was like, dang, got the little crabs on the beach and everything, man. So we talking and everything. We ended up, we kissed and then we left. And been together ever since, man.